What's up, nail friends? In today's video I'm going to be doing some trendy nail art. So you guys have probably seen Sean Legend's work. He's amazing. Anyways, I think he came up with this kind of swirl design. So we're going to use this kind of new design trend for a nail design today. So the colors I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Porcelain powder from Glitterbels. I think that might be a good white, kind of off-white color. Not completely white, but kind of like a cloudy white. And then I think I'm going to use this metallic gold buttercream. I'm going to use Berry Pie by Glitterbels. Very pretty. And then also this one called Honey Peach. It's just like a really nice nude that goes with everything. So I thought these three would go well together and we can do some trendy nails. Let's get started. Okay, the tips I'm going to use in this set are the square matte finish tips from Glitterbels. I haven't used these yet, so I decided to grab a pack for myself and give them a try. I thought they'd be the perfect length for this design, so that's what we're going to use. And I'm just going to glue these on quickly. So the reason I like these tips, they're really thin, like you guys can see. They're really thin and flexible, and they're like really flexible. So they're going to be great for pinching, and they already have a nice C curve, but you could pinch these even more if you wanted to. Okay, I really like these tips. Look at that perfect shaping and length. You don't really need to shape these much. If you want to pinch them a little bit, just pinch in the sides right now before you apply. I am gonna pinch when I'm applying too, though. So yeah, that's what they look like. Really like these. I'll do all my shaping at the end, actually. Okay, I'm gonna use the porcelain powder. So this is a core powder. You can just build the whole nail with this because it is a core powder. So you don't need to encapsulate or anything. So I'll probably do that. Sometimes I do like to just build my apex with my glass slippers, but we'll see how it goes. This is what it looks like. It's kind of off-white, I think, like a soft white kind of. I'm going to be using my Glitterbels Hema-free monomer for this design. I'm just picking up a bigger kind of bead and I'm draining it. And I'm just going to do this on the tip first. And if I get any glitter in this, it's because my brush had glitter in it. It's not really gonna matter though, because when I'm finished, I'm adding those lines on the nail and I'll cover up any mistakes I made with the swirls. Or I'll just build this up enough to get rid of all the glitter. I've tried to clean my brush, but I seem to not be able to get all the glitter out of it. So you can see I added some of that. I need more at the very tip. And I'm just using the belly of my brush to spread. And then I'm wiping away. And then I'm going to clean off my brush. And then pull this up. I'm basically just applying my color right now. I'm not really trying to build this up yet. I really like this color. So like I said, I'm not building this up, so I'm just going to try to get around the cuticle area nicely. So I'm placing that down away from the cuticle area. I'm cleaning off my brush and I'm bending my finger downward. So my brush has that kind of flat point at the tip there. And I'm just going to push this close to the cuticle area without overlapping the skin. And then I'm just fading the rest of it down the nail. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you haven't got this fully on the nail. I'm just gonna bring my light forward so I can see a little better. What matters is not overlapping the skin, getting product everywhere. just filling in what I missed on the sides. Okay, so I'm going to build this up a little bit because it's kind of flat. This color is really nice. You guys probably won't be able to see, but it has like the smallest amount of blue shimmer in it. It's like very, very, very light and hard to see, but it's really pretty. I'm just gonna add more because I feel like I don't have enough on the very tip. Spreading that around and just kind of pulling that down. I'm really annoyed with this glitter, but I'm definitely gonna file anything that's like, if there's glitter right there, I'm gonna file that off. And we're gonna pinch these, so I'm just gonna leave this while I work on the next nail. I'll come back and pinch. Okay. So let's do that again on this nail. I like to do the very tip first. That's just my way of doing it. You can start at the cuticle area if you prefer. This is just how I like to do nails. I like to get my tip done before anything else, if the nails are long. If the nails are short, then I kind of changes depending on the length of the nails or the shape of the nails. Okay, so once I got that down, we can work on the cuticle area. Like I said, bend the finger downward. That'll just help with gravity so it doesn't pull into your sidewalls or your cuticle area. Cleaning off my brush. Using the tip of my brush to push this up towards the cuticle area. I just let the rest of it stay where it is. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the cuticle area to start. Stupid glitter. So I'm just gonna leave that for a sec while I check on this nail. Not quite ready. Okay. I just have to change my towel. There's too much glitter on it. Let's try to get that little glitter out of here. Okay, I got it. Phew. Okay. So I need a little bit more product right at the tip here. I don't normally wear square nails. I always do like tapered coffin and stiletto, so the shape's kind of throwing me off just because I never do it. It's been like years and years and years since I've worn a square shape. Okay, so now I'm doing an apex, building this up right where the apex needs to be. And I'm just blending this down. Let's check this nail. We're gonna pinch these with some pinching tools. So I'm just gonna stick that on. So you know it's dry when it's matte like this. It's not dry, it's dry enough that you can pinch it. You don't want it to be like rock hard or you won't get any pinching in, but if it's too soft, you'll smush the sides. So to do that, you want to test with your fingers first to see, like, is it moving? Is it smushable? And then you can add your pinching tool on. And you can see like the difference just kind of brings that sidewall in, which makes the whole nail look a little more slim. It's still square, but it just tapers it a bit so it's not flared out. And when you taper it more, you get a deeper C curve, and the C curve is what you need for strength. So your apex and your C curve are really important. So I wouldn't go moving on to this nail yet. I'd be pinching this nail until I'm ready to go ahead and pinch the second nail. Then after these two are pinched, I'll work on this one, then this one, pinch this one, then work on this one, and then pinch this one. Because your pinky's small, it's a little bit easier to do. But if I were to move on to this one, I might forget to pinch this one. I don't know, I'm just like paranoid. You don't want to miss pinching one of the nails. You kind of ruin the look. So you want to, but if I was doing a client, it'd be a little different. It's just because I'm doing my own nails. When I'm doing a client, I'm a little bit faster. So this one's kind of ready to be pinched. So again, you're just gonna put that pinching tool on and leave it. And we'll work on the other nails when this one is dry enough. Okay, so you can kind of see how pinched those ones are, and then when I file them, they'll be a little bit more squared out. So we can do the rest now. Exact same way, and then pinching as we go along. Okay, so I did apply a little bit sloppy on that last nail. No excuses, but it is snowing here where I am in Canada. So if your acrylic is cold, your monomer, like if you're working in a colder environment, it will be more runny. So yeah, I have the heat on, but this room my nail studio is in is like not insulated. It's super cold. Anyways, I also try to work fast because nothing is worse than missing the pinch on a middle finger because your middle finger is wider, so it just like definitely shows if you miss that pinch. So I'm gonna go in and pinch this. Definitely don't want to miss this pinch. See, my room is still pretty cool, so I like squished it slightly. You can't really see it in my camera, but so it isn't fully ready yet to be pinched. So just gonna wait, and I don't want to miss it, so I'm not gonna work on my pinky because I don't want to miss this pinch. I'd rather like squish the sidewalls and have to fix that than miss this pinch. So you can see right there is where I squished it a little bit. You guys see that? But we can always fix that after, later, or cover it with our gel polish. So you don't have to worry about the little mistakes like that because there's always ways to fix it. Okay, so this one's ready to be pinched. So I'm just leaving the other pinching tool on. You saw that I was squeezing it with my fingers for a little bit, just to double check, make sure, and slightly pinch it. And then I'm just gonna leave these tools on. And then when these ones are dry, we'll work on my pinky, but I'm not gonna bother showing you guys that because you kind of saw the whole situation. So I'll show you guys what everything looks like, and then we will finish file. Okay, so here's how they all look done and pinched. I love this color. Isn't it so pretty? It's just like not bright white, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see the sparkles in it, but it's got like tiny shimmery blue glitter in it. So you can see how much better they look after they've been pinched. I hope you guys can see compared to what they were. Yeah, and this one looks a little longer than the rest of them, so I'm gonna fix this all up with filing. I'm gonna shorten them a little bit, not much, but just like so they're all even. Really square them out, and yeah, so let's get into finish filing. Okay, so this is how they look. I'm gonna be using just an e-file to debulk around the cuticle area. I do a lot of my filing by hand, but I like to apply my acrylic so that I have minimal finish filing to do. Oops. Well, if you file into the nail like I just did there, that's going to be okay because we are doing that gel design. So you're actually going to want to be really light with this. I actually don't like this bit for this. I feel like it's too aggressive. So I'm going to switch to something like this. Yeah, that's a little better. You really don't want to put a lot of pressure down, and you just want to debulk lightly because, like I said, if you apply like really carefully, you won't need a lot of finish filing. Just more refining. So I'm really just debulking a little bit. And you want to use the rounded tips around the cuticle area because they don't hurt, they can't cut. So it's just a little safer. Okay, so I'm gonna use my metal file board. This is one I've used on myself, so I haven't changed it, but normally you would use a new one for each client, but this one's still good to use. So I'm just going to file my sidewalls. I like to go underneath and bring my sidewalls up. So underneath and up. And then I'm going to hold the nail in place and go up and down at the tip. And then I'll just shorten the tip and make it really, really squared out. And then I'm just going to file the sides. I'm keeping the majority of the bulk like right here. I was working, I just left the room to do some work and then came back to finish this nail, so I got ink on my hands, sorry. Ignore that. I'm just carefully going around the cuticle area. But this file has been scored. So if you guys know what scoring it is, maybe you don't, so I'll show you. You're gonna take another file and you're gonna go along it like this. And that just makes it so it's not sharp. You even want to do that for the refills, the metal file refills and stuff, just in case. And then I'm just going to file this whole nail, try to even it out. You're going to want to look at it from all different angles to see. But I'm using a really light hand, like I'm not like aggressively filing this nail. I like to go up and down like this, here, like this, just to make that even as well. Holding the nail to file up and down. And that's what it looks like so far. So I'm just gonna file the other nails the exact same way. And then when I'm done finish filing, I like to look back at all my nails and see if there's anything like sticking out to me that needs to be refined a little bit more. It's almost like a rough file to start. So around the cuticle area, underneath, and then up, and then around. And then straight at the tip. Gonna hold this finger while I file. This is a little hard. Up and down. I love a good dusty shot. So here's how they look so far. Like I said, I'm gonna look at them and see if there's anything that I need to refine a little bit. My middle finger is not even that wide, but I always find that I hate my middle finger out of all the nails. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna take my Glitterbels buffing block now. I'm just gonna buff these nails a little bit, which will get rid of any kind of deep scratches, which will show with your top coat. So you don't wanna buff too much, just a little bit, especially around the cuticle area. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush off the dust. Oh yeah, I'm cleansing the nails with a little lint-free wipe and some alcohol. Trying to get all that dust off, especially like under the nail and around the cuticle area. I actually really like this shape, which is funny because I haven't worn it in like years. Like I told you guys, years. But I really like it, especially with these tips. If you just give it a little pinch, they're like the perfect shape. I think I'm gonna do the design matte, and then if I feel like I don't like it matte, then I'm gonna go over the gel polish with shiny, but I definitely want this matte. So I'm gonna use this adorable Benny palette that Kelsey from Kelsey's Claws made me. And I'm just gonna put my gel polish onto that, just make it easier. So like I said, I'm using Honey Peach. And I'm gonna be using Berry Pie from Glitterbels. And then the gold metallic buttercream from Light Elegance. I just feel like this is such an easy gold to use, so that's why I'm gonna use that. And the brush I'm gonna use is the Glitterbels extra long striping brush. So I think it's a 20 millimeter or something, 22 millimeter. Anyways, I like this brush for gel stripes and stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down and across with one stripe. We'll make some of it thicker than other parts, but first I want to put that down, and then we'll thicken it up at the cuticle area. And then you want to thicken up the bottom. So basically you can really just do whatever you want with this. It's kind of fun, but I'm just kind of gonna do whatever. And once I get like the stripe down and I'm happy with it, I'll give it a flash cure so I don't accidentally bump it. So that's what that looks like. Gonna give that a flash cure. So that one's down. So let's go in with the Honey Peach now. And again, I'm just gonna do a line next to that and then we can thicken it up. Isn't Honey Peach so pretty? So because this is a gel polish, I might need to do 2 coats of this color. We'll see. Whereas the paint, like the buttercream, is really thick, so you really just can do the one line. I'm gonna cure that. And I'm cleaning off my brush in between. And now we're gonna go in with Berry Pie. You also cure it so that you can wipe any mistakes away. So if you make any mistakes, you can just wipe it without ruining the entire design. Pretty, that looks cool. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that. I'm gonna go over that a little bit more because I feel like the red's not like as deep, especially right up in here. So you wanna make sure that your brush doesn't have that big ball on the end, unless you like want a thick spot. So I just wipe my brush onto my palette to remove some product. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that red. I'm not going all the way to the cuticle area with that, I don't think. Maybe I will actually. If you see anything that you think is a mistake, just take a brush and some alcohol and wipe it. So I just didn't like how thick it was in that one spot. And since it's dry on the other gel, I can wipe that without worrying about smudging anything. I'll just go back over what I wiped off. Okay. That is so freaking cute. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other ones quickly. I just wanna tell you, if you're a nail client, that took me 11 minutes to do that one design on that one nail. But if you try to do them all together, so put the gold down and cure it, then do the honey peach and cure it, it might be faster. So I'm actually going to record that and see how fast it takes me. I'll have it on sped up for you guys, but then we can see all together how much this art would take a nail tech to do. Depends on the nail tech, how long the nails are, what brushes and tools you're using, but let's just see how fast this took me to do the rest of them. Let's get started. Okay, so that took exactly 19 minutes to do the other 4. So 11 minutes to just do one and 19 minutes to do 4 at a time. Doing each color at the same time on each nail, kind of a different design. I really like the way this turned out. This isn't my normal style. I normally just love doing like colored acrylic designs, but I really like this. Okay, so I'm gonna see what this looks like matte. So I'm gonna be using my Luminary Nail Systems Empower Matte Top Coat. I'm just gonna cure the thumb and see what that looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna matte the other ones up, and if I wanna do shiny on the actual design, then I'll do that. But let's see what the whole design looks like matte. I should have done the matte top coat down first, then drew the design, and then if like I wanted to do it that way, I wasn't sure. So, but then you could do the shiny directly on top of your already done design. You wouldn't have to do this extra step, but that's fine. So if you guys decide you would like to do just the gel polish shiny, do the matte on the white, then do your gel polish design, then do your no wipe top coat. Like you'd have to hand paint it on with a small brush just on top of that design. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I'm not sure, should I do like the lines shiny? I feel like I never do matte nails, so like full matte nails, so maybe I should just leave them as is. I don't know. Okay, I just quickly went over this thumbnail with this small brush and some top coat on just that, and I love that, so I'm gonna do that on all of them. So what I did was I took my no wipe top coat and I'm just sticking it on the corner of my palette here. And I'm just using this other Glitterbels like gel brush. It's smaller and thicker, and I feel like it's the perfect size to do that. So you're just gonna go over top of just the design you did. Oh my god, so cute. I'm so glad I did that. But like I said, it would have been easier to have the nails be matte, then do the gel, then do this on top of the gel and have the background already be matte. But whatever. Sometimes you kind of go with the flow, you know? I wasn't sure if I was going to do the matte, shiny, or a mix. Okay, so that's how they look when they're all done. I added some cuticle oil and some rings, and this is the finished design of the Trendy nail design, which is inspired by Sean Legend. What do you guys think? I find these are a lot different than what I normally do, but I really like them. I think they're really cool. So if you guys have any really cool ideas like this, if you guys want me to follow other trends, please let me know down below so I can do that. What else do you guys want to see next? I always ask this in my latest videos to give me some trend ideas, theme ideas, trends, themes, or color combinations to do, and I will try and do them for you guys. So let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Click the bell next to it to be notified when I post, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.